There are many synonyms and antonyms which are in your English grammar book, probably Advanced Learners Grammar book if you are following that, or any other. But here I have provided a few important words where there has been many synonyms and antonyms being followed several times in your exam paper. So which are provided as you can see in the board, like abandon. So the word abandon is definitely a verb. So you need to know the parts of speech first in the beginning, which means to leave. Like he abandoned his wife and children, which means that he left. So I have provided a meaning, sentence, and synonyms and antonyms. The synonyms are what? Abdicate, or leave, or quit, or desert. In this case, desert is not a noun, it's a verb, meaning that if I say that he deserted me, it means that he left me alone. Then discard. And antonyms of abandon are what? Chase, or follow, undertake, accept. Okay. Number 2, accumulate. Accumulate means to assemble, to gather together. Alright? The sentence will be, he is gradually accumulating courage to do the work. So what are the synonyms? Assemble, gather, collect, store, hoard, congregate, rally. So all of these are words that mean accumulate, which means that whenever there are many different things and you are making sure that they all come together. Antonyms can be that you are not making them come together, rather you are scattering them in many different directions. So antonyms are disperse, scatter, spread, dissipate, distribute. Number 3 is adverse. Adverse is generally negative, or it means something that is unlikable or unfavorable, as you can see here. So the sentence is, he made some adverse comments on my proposal. So there are a few synonyms here, like antagonistic. So antagonistic, the word actually comes from an antagonist, who actually means the villain of a story. And the hero of a story is called protagonist. Okay? Now, synonyms are antagonistic, unfavorable, critical, hostile, negative, unkind, and censorious. Antonyms are, which means that totally opposite. So the opposite of negative will be positive, right? So opposites are favorable, propitious, appropriate, advantageous, and congenial. Or it can also be positive, beneficial, whatever you want to say. Then, number 4 is barren. So if I mean that something is barren, it means that there is a particular place which is right now not being used. It's just being left idle. Okay? So the meaning is unproductive. Example, crops do not grow in a barren land. If there is a land or just a field that has a lot of weed, that is not being taken care of properly, that is not that clean, in that case I will say that it is a barren land. So the synonyms are infertile, unproductive, sterile, or bleak, which means that if something is infertile or unproductive, it means that at a very small period of time, that particular person or the organization here is actually not being able to work properly or get their work done properly. Antonyms are what? Fertile and productive. So what have I done here? I've just taken the particular prefixes out, right? In the case of infertile, I've cut the in and it's just fertile. In case of unproductive, I've just cut the on and it's just productive, right? Alright, let's look at number 5, which is capricious. So capricious means whimsical. So it actually means any type of behavior or any type of activity which is suspicious to that sense that you're constantly changing. Maybe you have a lot of emotions and all of your emotions are constantly fluctuating. So let's look at this particular sentence, which is, we should give up our capricious behavior. If you have a particular behavior which is insignificant, which actually changes continuously, that is when I'll say that your behavior is capricious. So the synonyms are fickle, changeful, whimsical, fanciful, freakish, inconsistent, flexible. So if your behavior is freakish or flexible in that sense, I'll say that continuously you have ups and downs, you have smiles and you have sadnesses continuously, a lot of mood swings, if I may say. Antonyms will be what? Firm, rigid, constant, inflexible. At the same time, even if your behavior is totally not capricious, that is also a matter of concern because it means that you do not have emotions. And as a human being, we absolutely do. So if you're rigid, if you're firm, that is also a problem. We need to balance out our emotions in many different ways. But at the end of the day, we should just be ourselves, just accept the way we are, right? Okay. So then we see number 6. So number 6 says diligent. Diligent means industrious or hardworking, someone who keeps at their job and who does not move away from it. Example, if I say she's very diligent, it means that I'm saying that she's very hardworking. She does not give up on what she does. She keeps at it. She's motivated. She is determined in her tasks, right? So synonyms can be active, industrious, hardworking, assiduous, attentive, meaning that you are totally going at it and not stopping till you finish your work. And antonyms are indolent, lazy, idle, or inactive. So just you can remember this just by active and inactive. One other tip I can give you while you learn these synonyms and antonyms of the important words are make sure you learn all of the words that are present here. Sometimes, not just sometimes, more often what we do is when we are given to remember a few word meanings, we generally pick the easiest word and that is it. But you also have to remember that just by learning one word and just by learning all the meanings of that word, in that case you're learning the other words as well. So you're doing yourself a favor in that case. And if you're skipping down on the hard words and focusing only on the easy ones, maybe in the exam the hard words may come. And because I've said that these are the synonyms and antonyms of the most important words, so I'll say that you will be making yourself a fool if you do not learn all the words that are in the board right now. Okay? Make sure you learn them with fun. Make sure you learn them with enthusiasm. So, enthusiasm means zeal or eagerness, interest. If I say I'm very enthusiastic, that is an adjective, meaning that I am very interested to learn and to improve myself and whatnot. And enthusiasm here is a noun. So a sentence can be, she has great enthusiasm for music, means that she is very, very much into music. She has a lot of passion, a lot of drive, she has a lot of creativity and she wants to improve herself and whatnot. Synonyms are ardor, passion, eagerness, rapture, interest, keenness, fervor, and gusto. Okay, that's a very nice word, right? Gusto. And also zest. Antonyms are contempt, indifference, callousness, coldness, repugnance, meaning that if I am repugnant, I am less interested about that particular task or activity or whatever you want to say in your sentence. Then, in number 8, I see gallant. So this is another very commonly arrived word in your HC exam. Gallant means brave. So if I say that you are gallant, means you're brave. So the easy sentence is he was a gallant soldier. Generally, soldiers are gallant people, right? Because whenever they get trained in such a way that they practice themselves in order that they can sacrifice their own lives for their country. So that's a huge training. Synonyms are bold, brave, courageous, valiant, heroic, fearless, chivalrous. So all of these words here are actually good words, meaning that let's say you're writing an essay and you want to explain that this particular person whom you're writing to is a very good person. So instead of just continuously writing the word good, why don't we introduce a few interesting words, a few new words that we're learning today, right? In that case, not only will your writing will be of a better standard, but also you'll get the opportunity to score more marks in your written part. So Antonyms of the word gallant are cowardly, timid, churlish, and fearful, meaning that you're not brave, right? So instead of just putting the words not brave out there, why don't we learn a few important words so that they can have a stronger meaning? Number 9 is hinder. Hinder means putting a barrier, okay? Hinder here is a verb, barrier is a noun. So I cannot just say putting a barrier like that. So I can have to use another word which is impede, meaning that obstructing someone from something, giving the thing that no, you cannot do that. So if you are verbally or physically or manually or whatever, if you are not giving someone the ability to do their particular tasks properly, this means that you are hindering them. So example, nothing can hinder the expression of truth. We also of course need to learn a few proverbs as well so that we can put them into use in our essays. So nothing can hinder the expression of truth means that there is nothing in your world that can make the truth not win. The truth always wins, right? Then the synonyms of hinder can be retard, debar, embarrass, impede, thwart, block, prevent, interrupt, stop, obstruct. I've put so many words here, right? You can use either of these. And once again, I'm telling you that make sure you learn all of the meanings that we are doing. So antonyms of hinder are enable, just to easily enable someone or to promote, expedite, facilitate, accelerate. You could also use the word decelerate as a synonym of hinder. Okay. Number 10, we see ludicrous. So ludicrous means funny. So it's ludicrous, not crust, okay? So ludicrous means funny. Example, like he put me into a ludicrous situation, a very funny situation. You can also say that a particular person is ludicrous. You can say an event or a story is ludicrous, okay? Whatever way you want to put it is fine. Examples, synonyms, funny, ridiculous, farcical, comic, comical, laughable. All of these are synonyms of ludicrous. Antonyms are tragic, serious, grave, sad, doleful, mournful, somber. All of these are antonyms.